Hello everyone, it's DA here. Hope you guys are doing great. Hope you are doing amazing. Today I'm bringing you the first of the Behemoth tutorials for Dauntless. I held off on this till I was confident enough to say that I have mastered each Behemoth and I can solo them if I want to. Now today I will be showing you the way to slay down a SHOCKJAW NAYZAGA. Now this is a much tougher variant of the regular SHOCKJAW, but it's still great for the learning purposes. Now first thing you need to know is the elemental weakness and the elemental strength. The SHOCKJAW is an electric beast and is also quite weaker to ice or frost damage. You want to bring an ice weapon if you have any in your arsenal, and when you gear up, make sure your armor does not have any negatives on the shock resistance. That is very important. When I recorded this clip, my sword was around the power level of 350 and my resistance was around 348 as well. But you won't need to be that high when it comes to attacking this beast on a basic level. Being that this is going to be most likely your first SHOCKJAW experience, or maybe you're still trying to take down your first SHOCKJAW and you don't have any shock resistance gear, I will say use whatever gear you have. But you know what, if you can, just make sure you use one that doesn't have that negatives when it comes to shock resistance. Now when it comes to the battle, there are key components to always look for. It is going to be the attack patterns, the coordination, and of course when it comes to you attacking the beast. Starting off with the attacks, most of the movements are quite easy to spot because they are quite similar to other behemoths. You should always look out for the tail spins and the charges, and the shock in this case will be the problem. Now when you first sight the behemoth and the behemoth sees you, it will do a 360 spin in your direction that will disperse a shock wave of basically electric charges. The best way to approach this is to lean forward, then run backwards and roll. This is basically taunting the behemoth to do its first attack, because let's be honest, if you get caught in that, the damage might sometimes cut your health in half. So it is very important to lean forward a little bit and just run backwards, or maybe have somebody else do it so that way you guys can let it get out the first charge. Now the second one is going to be the electric pylons. There are two types of this, the grouped ones and the single ones. The goal is to destroy each pylon. This is where the behemoth gets its powers from, so if you cut them all down, the SHOCKJAW will go down, giving you a few seconds to deal a lot of damage. The single pylons are easy because they are not covered in shields. The ones in the groups are going to be your hardest one. When you are attempting to cut down each pylon, you will notice a blue glow, and this will be your cue to get out of the way. The electric bubble it fires is what you have to hit back towards the group of pylons, and that is how you destroy the shields. It will be a little bit difficult if you are using a hammer or an axe, sometimes a little bit easier when you're using a sword, but I think the person that has the easiest opportunity to hit it back is going to be the person using the dual blades or the chain blades. So that is one of the things that I will say you guys should always look forward to or look into. Once the shields has been destroyed, go in, cut it down, and get ready to attack again. Now my suggested strategy is to have 2 to 3 people in charge of those pylons while someone keeps the SHOCKJAW occupied. To be honest, it's of no use for all of you to attack while it's still charging its spikes, because at that time it is very powerful, it's not vulnerable, and it will basically take everyone down in a single hit. So it is important, take down the spikes, then you can attack. Now on attacking side of things, it is better to have someone that can stun the behemoth. It's not bad to coordinate before you get ready for the hunt, and as a matter of fact I would suggest that a lot of you try and do so you know what each person is supposed to do. I always advise to go for the tail first and then go for the head later, because this is a deadly behemoth on its feet. It needs the constant knockout. Watch out for the constant lunges and charges, and make sure that you stay on your feet and you use your health portion. But with that all said and done, hope this was helpful, and I'll see you in the next one.